first fire, right? So you've just come out, and this is how you'll find your oven, because this is like sleeping mode. That's what I tend to do. So your internal and your external doors. When you light your fire, it's important, well, you light it where you can reach for a start, which is right there. You don't try and light it where you can't reach. So you get pieces of wood, like you build a tower, so the two you stick on the bottom are quite thick, almost as round as my wrist. And then you just stack your kindling up, layer and layer, you know.
Yep.
And then what I tend to do is I stack kindling all the way around like a teepee, and then literally a piece of wood or two underneath, light it, and then one of these doors you'll tend to fancy. I'm always using my doors, because this is start up, and you know, atmospheric conditions, if it's windy or whatever, you can get a bit of suction and it wants to draw things out.
Yep.
I tend to use the external door,
yep,
and I just have it slightly open like this,
yep,
and the fire's just roaring away. And the amount of wood, say for instance, that I put in, say if you had a 10 litre bucket and it was all nicely stacked with
yep,
kindling, you know, sort of, because the smaller the timber, the quicker it releases it into fuel. So imagine if you had a big log in there,
yep,
you'd need a big ember base just to keep that ticking along.
yep.
And unless you're really slow braising, it's, you know, you just want heat. You want to see lots of flame, a sea of flame when you're looking up to the roof. And then say after about 20 minutes, say 20 minutes, half an hour, I'd come back and I would just stack a little bit more kindling around it, and say maybe in another 20 minutes, say 45 minutes, you'll have a wonderful big pile of embers glowing right there and wood burning. The important thing to do is not to move it too early.
Right.
You think, oh okay, just because you see a great big sea of flame, that's just because where it is well ventilated, but you want to give it at least 40 minutes, because when you move it, it'll collapse.
Right.
And then, say if you move it over here to the right hand side, you don't want it to then smoulder. So that's why you wait until your embers are established. And then once you move it over here, you go to a slightly bigger section of wood, not huge, and then I just lay them on, and the flames just look up like this.
Right.
That's how I light my fire every time, whether
Right.
I'm cooking, if I'm cooking meats, you know, I will move the fire after 45 minutes, but if I'm cooking pizza,
Yeah.
I tend to leave it there over an hour, and when I load in a second amount of wood, it's all sort of kindling size again, I just load it up again, because you want it to release lots of energy.
Yeah.
And you know, you want your bricks to absorb it all. Then when you move it across, say an hour, 15 minutes, you've really given it a short, sharp blast of heat.
Yeah.
And if there's just the two of you for dinner, then your pizza's you straight in.
Yeah.
But if you're going to do a party, you want a longer duration of heat. So these are like a heat sponge, and the more you put into them, the longer, you know, you will stay at your higher temperatures to cook your pizza.
Okay.
But if it's just the two of you, once it's seasoned and dry,
Yeah.
you'll blast a fire in there, and it's just a couple of pizzas, nice and easy.
Okay. Fabulous. Thank you.